In Southeast D.C., this food bank line just for federal workers
You have to have your government ID.
stretches around the block. Many furloughed federal employees like Anthony Spite now waiting hours for help.
I have children to feed, I have a family to take care of, I have a mortgage to pay. So it's a lot of uncertainty.
The Bipartisan Policy Center reports 1.4 million civilian federal employees like Spite did not get paid today.
I never thought that I would be in this predicament where I'm in need of assistance. Thank you.
Under a 2019 law, federal workers will be reimbursed at the end of the government shutdown. But that help could still be a long way away, with Congress not in session.
How does it make you feel that members of Congress are still getting a paycheck right now?
You know, if we're not getting paid, I honestly feel that their checks should be withheld as well.
Absolutely, positively not sure why people in Congress are getting paid. Aren't they a part of the government? Yes, they are. They get paid by taxpayer money. So do the federal workers. Why is Congress being paid? Look, I totally agree with that statement. See, this wouldn't be going on as long as it is going on right now if the people in Congress who are dragging this thing out were missing some paychecks. Because this gentleman right here, as well as many other people, are being affected because of the decision of like 7 people. I don't care which side you land on. 1.4 million people are being affected because of 7 individuals who decide to vote. Let's kick aside the politics and who gets what. Okay, 1.7 million people, 1.7, 1.4 million people aren't paying their mortgages this month. Look at this. These people are standing in line. These people have full-time jobs from the federal government, and they're standing in line at a food bank. I mean, come on. This has to stop. Congress needs to get their butts together tomorrow morning, okay, or tonight, or whatever, and they need to vote for this thing to get started, like now. Because the way that this is going in, and what I'm hearing in the background, this could go into December. This would be one of the longest shutdowns, the government shutdowns in U.S. history. We're already kind of pushing up to that point right now. I feel bad for anybody who is a federal worker. I really do. I wish I could cast a vote and get these people back working like right now, because this is not cool. They're standing outside like there are some homeless folks or whatever it is.
And as food banks face an influx of federal workers,
It's scary.
the clock is ticking for millions more.
With the shutdown, I believe that we'll get double the amount, maybe even triple the amount that we see now.
Federal funding for food programs like SNAP and WIC in danger of running dry by the end of the month.
To last all the way for the next month, even to cover December, it won't. We will be starving.
Our NBC affiliate in Kansas City breaks down what that assistance looks like for the 41 million Americans who rely on the program.
I'm Megan Abundis grocery shopping in South Kansas City. This cart full of staples, some fresh produce, fresh fruit, some meat, and bread represents what the average person on SNAP benefits or food stamps can afford for an entire week. The national average benefit for a breakdown per person per week is about $46 to $74. That's what we've spent here, $48.
Look at that cart. Look at that cart. They spent close to $150. Let's go back. Look at this cart. I want y'all to see this cart. Look at this cart of food.
Per person per week is about 40 national average benefit.
There's nothing in that cart. See, the problem and this goes back to the way, inflation has just killed our economy. Dating back to 1971. We came off the gold standard. If you guys don't know about that, do your research, because that is what the U.S. the U.S. really started to experience inflation. What did that do? That allowed for money to be printed out of thin air, okay, every single day, and we pay taxes on that money, every single day, which is in form of interest, right? And now we're seeing like this is really kind of like going into hyperinflation where our dollars are buying very few items that we need to live. This is what's happening. And so now with tariffs and shutdowns and just the cost of like living out of control, I think what many Americans are seeing right now is that their dollars don't go anywhere. Remember back in like let's say 1995, 2000, like you take $20, I mean you were walking out the grocery with a nice little bag of with groceries. I mean you got your milk, you got your cheese, your broccoli, your meat, some eggs. Like, I mean, for $20, man, $20 was cool. You can go in a grocery store back then. You could pay $60 for something and be done, right? Living off of $60 in a week, especially as a single person. Now, if you have a family, maybe it's $100. But you took $100 into a grocery store back then. Oh my gosh, that basket was full. You guys know what I'm talking about. That basket was full. So this is scary because now, especially for federal workers who have no SNAP benefits, a lot of them, I don't think a lot of them are getting any type of government assistance, even though they're not being paid. They're not getting government assistance. They're running out of money, right? And this lady just said it. She's running out of money going into December. She's broke.
Breakdown per person per week is about $46 to $74. That's what we've spent here, $48.68 for this cart full of groceries.
How you doing, man? You can choose one item.
With no end to the shutdown in sight, many now preparing for what could be a long road ahead.
What can I do about it? But just keep pushing forward. As they say, push until something happens.
The food bank that we went to today had over 200 people show up, all of them federal workers or government contractors. And the organizers who we spoke to said they're prepared to hold these types of weekly donation events as long as the government shutdown continues.
One of the reasons why people go work for the counties, the cities, the federal government, because there are some of the most secure jobs in the history of employment. Why? Because those are type of jobs that you get. It's 24/7, 365 a year. You have great vacation. You got benefits. People will sit at some of these jobs for 30, 40 years, get a great pension. I mean, and that's why you be there. That's why you're there. Now, sometimes you get these government shutdowns, but nothing like this. And then I think on the end of this is what's probably going to happen because a lot of people aren't working, right? And maybe now the government or this administration is saying, hey, maybe we don't need all these folks that are furloughed right now. Maybe we can cut those jobs. So that's kind of what's coming down the line. This is not over, folks. This is actually just getting started. I feel for these federal workers. A lot of them have never been in this position before. They never probably thought they were going to be in this position. And this is the reason why they've been working at these jobs for years and years and years to get a great retirement and just kind of ride off in the sunset. And this is being threatened. This country is going backwards. We're not going forward. Taking our dollars is not working right. The dollars that we have in our pockets aren't working. They're not buying us the things that we need. Something has to change. And I'm definitely very interested to see how this thing plays out. I mean, for better or worse, but this is really a new kind of situation that we've never been seen before, where that in a high inflation, low job market type of economy where people are being forced to sit on the sidelines and wait for the federal government, our people in Congress who also shouldn't be getting paid to make decisions, is not fair. Y'all, like, subscribe, please comment, give me your feedback. This is Saving America's Money. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.